Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Wanted to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video, and we'll talk soon.
Well, hey family, happy Thursday. This is Darlene again. In one of the videos, I said I wanted to paint some solid color beads, and I did. I painted some orange and the crimson red. I really don't like the way they came out. They didn't come out like really smooth using the painting technique that I use. So in order to get them like really smooth and really pretty, I'm going to probably have to use a paintbrush, right? Because I do want solid beads, and when I paint the solid beads, I want them to be pretty enough so that when I make the items, the bracelet or necklace or whatever it is that I'm going to make, I need the beads to look perfect, like as pretty as I could make them look. Some of these like maybe got too much paint on one side, or and even like this little part right here, that's an imperfection, but it looks dark. I don't know where that blackness or darkness came from. I'm like, okay, how did it get black like that? Was the bead already black or what? I don't know, but I don't know where that came from. But whatever I make out of this, I could basically wear myself. I don't have a problem with it, but I wouldn't make something if the beads didn't look perfect. And that's like even this bead right here. I don't know if this is gathered up paint right here, if you can see that, like right there. But for me, I would still use the bead for myself to make something, but I wouldn't, even though that's an imperfection and it adds character to any piece that you make. You know, people can be really harsh. So it's like, okay, well, that don't look like, that's not supposed to look like that. So if you make a really pretty bracelet, like what I'm getting ready to do, and I happen to sell the bracelet and somebody gets the bracelet and they see that little imperfection right there, it would be a mess. I'm sure it would. People just don't appreciate the different characteristics and the different, just little things that come along with imperfections that come along with handmade items, and it's like really unfortunate. But that's what handmade is. As long as it's made high quality, it looks really good. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but for me, I wouldn't use these beads and like make something and sell them to anybody. But I am gonna make myself a bracelet. Watch. So we're gonna go ahead and use these. We're gonna go ahead and use this ceramic bead I got from Michael's, and anything else. Oh, and then I think with this one, I'm gonna make a charm. Pretty ceramic bead. I love these beads. I think they come, is it 6 beads to a strand from Michael's? And I try to grab these every time they're in the store. And they're not in the store too often. I know not here. So whenever I see them in the store, whenever I do go into Michael's, I grab them because I like them. So we're just going to put, and then we're going to go with the 2 different colors. And I'm going to, on the red side, I'm going to put the big orange beads. And on the red side, I'm going to put the orange beads. On the orange, this side, I'm going to put the red beads. And then we probably need maybe 2 little small beads. I don't think I want to use those. Let's use these gold ones. We haven't used these for anything yet. Add that, add that little bit of gold to it. Just a little tinge. And then we'll use that bead to make a custom charm. And then this is what that's going to look like so far. And that's cool. Solid color. So on the red side, I am going to put the orange beads. And then that's the thing. Not everything comes out perfect every single time. Not at all. And before I even put the little light gloss on these, I could tell. It's like, they didn't come out really smooth. But that's okay. I'll just figure out a different technique. That's all. And then we're going to put all the orange on this side. And these are 20 millimeter beads. And I always use 1.5 millimeter cord for all my bigger beads. The smaller beads, like maybe these beads, if I was making like 6 millimeter, 6, 8, 10, 12 millimeter, I would use, well, even 12, I would probably use a 1.5, but 6, 8, 10, I would probably use the one the 1 millimeter cord, only because the beads are smaller, they're not heavy, and it just makes more sense. And plus the hole is smaller. I don't think I could even use 1.5, the thickness of the cord. I don't even think it'll go through those little bitty holes. I don't think so, because I think generally holes are like 1 millimeter on those smaller beads. So I know that wouldn't work. And we're going to put our two colors. That's already pretty. And we're going to take one of these beads off because we don't need them all. We'll take off one of the oranges. Just a real quick, easy bracelet. And as you know, it does not take very much to make bracelets. I think I'm gonna put that back on there. I'll make this for, I'm making this for me, but let me see something. I'll make it even just a little bit bigger like that, because when I wear my bracelets like this, I stack them. So the higher you go up your wrist, the thicker your arm is. So I am going to go ahead and tie this. I'm going to stretch my cord. We're going to go ahead and tie this down. So, and then you just learn. You learn from, like what you do. That's the good thing about going out to them different events and selling and doing those things. You figure out a technique. You figure out a strategy. And that whole strategy is, how can I get you to buy from me when I'm not at any one of these events? So that's something you figure out. Have conversation, like with customers or potential customers, or, anything like such. And just kind of pay attention to how people dress. Pay attention to people's nails. Generally, when people like their nails real pretty and stuff, they like to dress up, or they, will wear things on their wrist. Pay attention to the wrist. What do they have on their wrist at the time? You can look at people and tell, do they keep their feet done? Are their feet pretty? Are their hands pretty? What do their hair look like? You can pretty much tell people that like to dress up and like to look really good, because the days when they do come out to some of these events, they might have on jeans, or they might be dressed, like really casual and, not dressed up like in their Sunday best. But there's a telltale sign about them. It's their hands, fingernails, it's their feet, their hair, and if they got their makeup on. A woman that be wearing her makeup, even in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, she likes to dress. Okay? She's always looking good somewhere. Trust and believe that one. But then there are some people who they may wear makeup and do like the whole dress up thing, but casual events and stuff, they may not put on makeup, they may not have their hair done, but people that really, really like to dress. So pay attention to those type of people. Fingernails, toenails, do they have on makeup? And if they have on makeup, is it that good makeup, that real good makeup? We're not talking about that makeup that don't match their skin. That ain't what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about that good makeup that we all know about, okay? Those are little things that you kind of look out for. So even if they're at your table, they're looking, they're paying attention, they may not want nothing at that very moment. That's somebody you want to keep in touch with. It's almost like working at a job and you met that coworker, and those are far and in between. When you meet a real good coworker, somebody you can trust, y'all can hang out, you can go to lunch. If I see you, I see you, ain't no issues, that type of thing. Those are the type of coworkers, you kind of keep close and they keep you close, that type of thing. But those are the type of potential customers or customers, that you want to pay attention to and get their contact information, because more than likely, they can be at some point, they can be a customer. This is pretty, right? And this is why I wanted to do just plain colors. So I am going to do some more plain colors and make some more pieces with just the plain colors, and maybe mixing colors and stuff. But I'm going to put a charm on here, and I think I said I'm gonna use this right here, right? And I think that'll go nice. Yeah, but pay attention. Pay attention to people. There are telltale signs, that let you know if they're dressers or not. You really can't tell when they got on a pair of jeans and some, cute sandals. And well, even with that, you can tell they dress real nice. But you can tell. You can. I wonder if I could use this. This is long enough. But you can definitely tell. And usually too, people that like pretty things, they'll go ahead and buy stuff on the spot. They ain't even waiting. And that's another thing too, that possessive energy. You can't have that possessive energy when you're out there selling. You can't have a spirit or energy of desperation, like you need to pay something because you got a bill to pay, and that you can't be out there like that. People pick up on all that stuff. Just like we could pick up on them as a potential customer, as a good customer, because some people can come to your table and you just already know they ain't gonna buy nothing. I mean, you can sense it, you can feel it, there's something about it. But then there are other people where, oh yeah, she'll spend some money and she gonna spend some money, that type of thing. But you can't have that possessive energy, like I made it but I don't want to let it go. That type situation, I've experienced that with people, and when I feel that with people, I just thank you for your time and I move on, and I'll walk away saying she ain't trying to sell that. I'm trying to see, do I want to keep this on here or do I not want to keep this on here? I know I want to make a pretty charm, but I don't want it to be a huge charm either, right? And I might not even use that one. I just want to do a cute I wanted to do the color, but I think I'm gonna go with this. I like this like this. I'm gonna go ahead and fold that over and just, of course, wrap the wire around like we always do. Go ahead and wrap that. We want to straighten that top part up, and then we'll just go ahead and wrap our wire around. And we got an easy custom charm, because it's hard to, and you can mess with this wire so much to where your fingers get a little tender. And I can see, like right here, I don't like my fingers to look like that, but I can see already from when because I'm dealing a lot with this wire. So I got a fingernail file. I'm gonna file this down, and I do need to do my fingernails. I haven't had time to do anything outside of what I've been doing. And I do need, see, that's like me. If I came up to your table, my hands look like this, and my hair is all over my head like it usually is, and I don't have on no makeup, chances are I'm not going to be I'm not your customer. And the reason why I'm not your customer is why? Because I make jewelry myself. So I'm really not nobody's customer but my own. Not unless I see something, that's especially jewelry. I probably wouldn't buy jewelry because I make my own. So this is pretty. So if you saw my hands, chances are, not that that's always, the truth about things, but for the most part, I'm not buying jewelry. I'm not, pretty much not doing that. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. Well, I done made it now, so yeah, we're gonna use it. But they're little telltale signs. Pay attention to people and try your best not to have that old possessive, I'm going back home with this energy, or that energy of desperation. Like I just gotta sell something. If I don't sell something, my gas and light gonna get turned off. You can't have that. You gotta be open and free, welcoming, and meditate before you go. If you do got money, like you got to pay a bill, meditate before you go. So you don't have that on you. Oh, but this is pretty. I think I'm going to move it more on this side though. Let's do that. Because, people pick up things just like we pick up things. We pick up energy and vibes and different stuff. And people pick it up from us too. So our thing is, we out there, we got it. Nope, I want you to buy it. Do you want it? Take it home with you. It's yours. Fair exchange. Your money for my pieces. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Yep, I am definitely doing more single color, more colors with nothing on the beads. So, because I need to paint the beads and make them nice and smooth, I'm more than likely going to be using. Now, I'm not using no paintbrush. I'm getting ready to figure out another whole technique that will allow me to paint 50 beads at one time. I'm not getting ready to revert or go backwards. I'm not doing none of that. So I'm going to figure out, and I think what it is, figuring out the amount of paint versus the amount of beads at one time for the technique that I'm doing. that will allow the exact layer of paint to be on each one of the beads and be on it smoothly. And then my thing is to basically take the beads out of the paint just that quick. So they can't sit in the paint and absorb more paint. So it seems like the longer I, do the little technique, like maybe there would be a buildup of the paint. But I'm going to try some different things so I could, because I want these beads to be nice and smooth, because I do want to create pieces like this. And the beads be really pretty, just really gorgeous beads where I could sell the pieces like this. But anyway, Darlene Knight for Jewelry by BDK. This was a real easy boho bracelet with that little dyed stone right here. Our ceramic bead, focal bead we got from Michael's. These little beads I think we got at Michael's too. Of course, these little gold plastic beads I got from Michael's. And of course, the red and orange beads are hand painted and they are 20 millimeters. And guess what? We'll talk.